Hello, guys. Welcome back to my podcast, The Talk with Akinwunmi. I am your regular host, Elemide Akinwunmi. Come along with me as I take you through today's episode. So, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about an issue that has gained massive momentum in the past couple of years, right? As it pertains to Nigeria, actually, because I have not been to other countries yet. So I've not had time to gather information about how their system works. Right. So today's topic is going to be Youth Activism Chronicles, highlighting on the death and issues surrounding the passing of a popular musician called Mohbad. September 12, 2023, that was about a week or two ago. I remember I was in my house, obviously. I think I was walking around the compound, right? And a couple of friends sent messages on a group, a picture saying Mohbad was dead. It kind of shocked me. So when I saw it, I immediately went online, to Google, to check if it was true. But Google hadn't updated anything. Wikipedia and all of that hadn't updated anything. So I went to Twitter, now known as X, to check, and I saw it was true. Many outlets had been posting that Mohbad was dead. Dating back to earlier this year, I don't remember around which month, he was having issues with his then record label, Malian's record or something like that. He was having issues with them, so I think he left them and they were threatening him or something. I didn't really understand the situation. But then I wanted to say that then people didn't really take him serious like that. They thought, it was just another play or something, or another skit or something. I don't even know. People didn't really take him serious. But now that he's dead, people are now bringing up evidences from the past, from those couple of months ago, that he voiced out that people didn't really listen to him. So now, a couple of days ago, I think Wednesday or so, when I was, I think I was around, Mokola or so in Ibadan, Nigeria. I saw a couple of people in black. No, not a couple of people. A lot of people. I didn't count, but my rough estimation would be there were over 1,000 youths scattered on the streets trying to hold a protest or a peaceful protest or a peaceful march, clamoring for justice for the late singer. But it really shows that the youth are sleeping. When the fuel price in Nigeria was hiked from about 160 something naira to about 500 and something naira because of the removal of fuel subsidy, the youths were nowhere to be found, honestly speaking. It was even the labor union that were threatening to go on strike or something. The youths were nowhere to be found. So it just shows that basically the youths of our country are sleeping. They're really sleeping, and they always wait till maybe something that affects them a lot before they come out. I remember in 2020, around October, I think a policeman, under the codename SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, then shot down a youth. Maybe it was trigger happy or something, I don't know. But shot down a youth and the guy died. So, on Twitter then, it was called Twitter then, and all over social media, there were calls for the scrapping of SARS and all of that. It was, I think the leadership then thought it was just something online, not knowing it to degenerate to what it degenerated to. 20th of October 2020, there was mass shooting at Lekki toll gate and leading to a lot of lives being lost and all of that. It was a wild time during that 2020 era, but nothing really changed after that. It really shows that our youths are not really doing anything to advocate for the change they are advocating for. They're not doing enough. I understand the fact that they are doing things that they want to do. The country is hard enough for them already. The country is already hard, and a lot of other things are not giving them voices. In every state or every constituency, we should have at least, youths running the country. All these old people. I get the fact that these old people, they have experience and all of that. But then, youth should be given, what's the word called now? They should be given at least a little bit of political power to know, okay, if these old people teach the younger ones how to run things, I believe that in the future, in the next couple of years, maybe 10, 20 years from now on, the country will be better run by the youths of this day, because they would have gained enough experience on how to run a state, a local government, or even a country. Going back to the presidential election that went down back in February, a lot of youths were involved this time around, and it was actually a very massive turnout for the youths, because dating from the time when they collected the permanent voters card, it was actually a very huge turnout for the youth, and it was kind of obvious. It was very obvious that the youths want a change. We all want a change, but then the future of our nation, the future of this world is not in the hands of the old people. The old people dating from 60, 70 and above really have nothing to lose. They are literally counting down their days. But these youths, we the youths, we have all the time in this world. The future is ours for the taking. So basically, my charge to the youth is that we should make sure we take life by the horns. Take life by horns. It's not until we get to power that we know what to do or how to run things. No, it really starts from the very little things. Things like cheating in an exam hall. Cheating in an exam hall to try and pass an examination really doesn't speak well, because if you're accusing people in power of corruption, embezzlement of public funds, you cheating in the exam hall makes you no different from them actually. Because if you think about it, those people embezzling funds, corrupt leaders and all of that, they possibly started from cheating in the exam hall and all of that. And I hope you understand what I'm saying. They possibly started from cheating in the exam hall before they got to that power stage, and just became untouchable. They went haywire and all of that. So my admonition to us, the youth, is that we should not wait until we're in power before we start to make changes. No, we make changes from our very environment. If we see something going bad in our environment, in our surrounding, we should make efforts. We should make tangible efforts to make sure it doesn't go bad completely. We should make efforts to make it better. If you leave a place, this takes me back to influence. If you leave a place and people there don't miss you, or say that you left an impact on them or something, my friend, you have not done anything. You just went there to maybe constitute, not constitute in this sense, just maybe went there to fill up space, honestly speaking. Because if you are in a place and you are not able to influence somebody positively, we just went to that place to fill up space. You just I don't know, it's just sad, honestly, because I don't know, our youths really are really nonchalant about a lot of things. They have this lackadaisical attitude to a lot of things, especially politics, running of the country and all of that. I know I'm still a teenager or something, but I can still be classified as a youth. So I don't really have an extensive knowledge of everything, but from the very little that I know, and speaking from the very little that I know, that many of our youth are not taking life by its horns. We're not taking this thing seriously, because honestly speaking, if we don't take this thing seriously, this cycle of these old people going into power and recycling each other in and out would continue for as long as we can possibly think of, and it won't be good for anybody, because really we need fresh ideas. Honestly, we need fresh ideas, not the old recycled ideas that we had. In Nigeria now, we do not have a functioning refinery. In other countries, they have refineries, but then they are not running on petroleum as much as we do here. They have diversified, but our economy here is still based solely on this petroleum of a thing. So my charge really is that the youth should take life by its horns. Just take risk. Yeah, take risk. Risk, even if it doesn't pay off now, continue. It will pay off eventually. I know it can be monotonous sometimes, but just continue, keep pushing. It will pay off eventually. I mean, really, Africans in general are very smart people. Africans are really smart people, especially the youths. I mean, lots. I from the school I graduated from the secondary school I graduated from, I know a friend of mine is like, he's a genius. Like, academically, he's a genius. I know he codes once in a while, and he's very good at what he does, honestly. And he wants to go into medicine. Like, no, bro, your calling is in this coding of a thing. So literally, it just really comes down to knowing your purpose, then applying yourself in that line. It comes down to you knowing your purpose and applying yourself in that line. I hope you understand. So it's been an awesome time discussing this topic with you. I really hope there's a part 2 of this episode, because I really want like a guest. I want a guest to like shed more light on this, like someone who has passed through the youth stage or is probably still in his youth stage, to like shed more light on these things. Why are the youth not taking action? Are they not taking enough action? I really would love to have a guest, but I know you guys are like worried about consistency with this, but very soon, I can tell you that very soon my schedule will be cleared up, and I would be as free as possible to be releasing episodes like every week. I will try my very best to do that every week. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Please do well to drop your comments and questions in the question and answer segment. Thank you.